The NRA recently aired an ad intended to attack Democrat Joe Manchin, the senator of West Virginia. It looks like, in hindsight, they probably did more damage to themselves, though. Let's take a look.
Remember this TV ad?
I'm Joe Manchin. I approve this ad because I'll always defend West Virginia. As your senator, I'll protect our Second Amendment rights.
That was Joe Manchin's commitment. But now, Manchin is working with President Obama and New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Concerned? You should be. Tell Senator Manchin to honor his commitment to the Second Amendment.
Now, as expected, there was an uproar about the darkening or the perceived darkening. Screw perceived. They darkened Obama's skin, and people had a problem with it. The obvious parallel is to O.J. Simpson back more than 15 years ago, I guess now. He was on the cover of a magazine, and his skin was significantly darkened. And the idea there, obviously, is that they're trying to make him seem more sinister, more of an other. Obama does not have particularly dark skin to begin with, and so it seems like they're trying to cast him in a dark light. And people have a problem with that. And so before I talk about whether or not I think this was intentional and we should get up in arms about the NRA's ad, Joe Scarborough was talking about this. He was not happy. Now, sometimes he gets the issues right, sometimes he doesn't. Let's read his quote. He says, "Look at his hands. It looks like he's a coal miner from West Virginia. Look how dark they made his hands. Look at the side of his face. This is a question that answers itself." I'm a lib. I know I'm expected to have a knee-jerk reaction to declare racism on anything I see. And look, the NRA has about as established a history of racism as is possible for an organization in the U.S. I'm not sure that I'm buying it in this case. Now, with O.J. Simpson, I think it was very clear, and it's happened since then in some ads. And so I think that African-American politicians always have to be on the lookout for that. Not just African-Americans, Hispanic politicians as well. There was, I think in Arizona, there was an ad where a couple of Hispanic youths were made to look incredibly dark and ominous. And so that is something that happens in the U.S., but I think that Scarborough is a bit too sure of himself in this case. Now, look, does the NRA want to make Obama seem like an other? Yes. Does the NRA probably harbor a number of men in their upper echelons of their advertising department that are a little bit conservative, racially conservative? Yes, I think that that's clear. But I also understand that when you're creating an ad, you use the ominous music, you color grade to make your guy look more attractive and theirs less attractive. That sort of thing happens all the time. And so I think that if you want to interpret this as being a racial attack on Obama, feel free to do so. I think that there is some evidence for that, but I don't think that it's an open and shut case. There are reasons to oppose the NRA recently. Their lack of empathy for the victims of mass shootings, I think, is a great one. But racial attacks against Obama in this particular Joe Manchin ad, I don't think that that's the best route to attack the NRA.